Some call it the season of giving. Others say let it snow. But tonight, we're calling it a movie night. That's why today's episode is the OhSo Top 3 Disney Christmas Movies.
Some imagination.
Welcome to the first OhSoDisney Holiday Special. I'm your host Vic, and while I might be away from the camera and the set, I couldn't let that hold me back from talking about the 3 must-watch Disney films this Christmas Eve while you wait for Santa to come to your house. Now, this isn't a list saying one movie is better than the other, but it's just the top 3 I'd recommend for this Christmas Eve's movie watching experience. Oh, and one quick note. Santa, he hates oatmeal cookies, and I'm pretty sure he's lactose intolerant. At least that's what I got from
Number 3.
the Santa Claus trilogy. So I kinda cheated with this one, mainly because it was hard to pick between the 3, so I say marathoning the Santa Claus trilogy is a worthwhile experience. So, just in case somehow you've never watched any of these films, here's a quick breakdown. The Santa Claus, spelt with an E, just wait and see, follows Father Scott Calvin, aka Tim Allen, insert that sound there, as he tries to get the hang of being a single dad around the holidays, amongst which includes cooking Christmas dinner, reading the bedtime Christmas story, and killing Santa. Yeah, it happens in the movie. I'm pretty sure he's dead. They don't really go into detail. In fact, even when they get to the North Pole and they introduce themselves to the new elf, nobody there talks about it. Nobody goes,
Yeah, who's the new guy? Anybody seen Rick? Yeah, he's dead. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't happen.
yeah, that doesn't happen. They're just, okay, he's a new guy, let's move on. But if they don't pay it no mind, we shouldn't pay no mind, right? Okay, so back to the story. So Scott Calvin, because he put on the suit, now becomes the new Santa Claus. It's part of this whole contract within a card that's around the edges that he overlooked, but because he put it on, he pretty much signed the contract, and now he is the Santa Claus whether he wants to or not. So it's his balance between trying to figure out how he's going to become Santa Claus and accept the fact that there is a Santa Claus and be a good dad for his kid, and that means he's going to have to live at the North Pole. It's a real touching father story. You know, if you look past the minor, quirks of the story, like killing Santa Claus, I'm sorry to bring it up, but it happens. Santa's dead. What happened to the old guy? What's his name? You didn't even give me his name. Okay, but you're probably wondering, it's on the list. You love the movie. Yes, because it's a heartfelt movie, and I think I appreciate it more now than I did when I was a kid, because I too am a dad, and I am not Santa, but I know what it's like trying to balance work with kids, especially around the holidays, and you want to give them everything they want. You want to make sure that they're happy, and if it means my kid is celebrating Christmas 24 hours a day, that just gotta let it be. But yeah, it's a great fun time. I mean, if you only watch 3 movies this Christmas Eve, put in the trilogy. It's a lot of fun. They do get more magical and whimsical as they progress, and I definitely recommend the Santa Claus trilogy as my number 3. But as my number 2,
Number 2.
Iron Man 3. Surprised ya, huh? Didn't even put it in the intro clip, but Iron Man 3, yes indeed, is a Christmas movie. Don't believe me, the first scene, Iron Man's getting down to some Christmas music, aka this is now officially a Christmas movie. Plus there's a lot of snow and whatnot, so it is a Christmas movie, and not to mention they do all this around Christmas. But how can you not love Iron Man 3? It is an awesome time. Iron Man 3 follows Tony Stark as he has become this crazy mad scientist. Can't sleep, can't eat, has a hot wife, but can't pay her no attention. And right now, all he wants to do is build some suits, but we really don't see the suits he builds to the end, which is epic. I gotta say, an epic conclusion, but we're not there yet. I gotta kind of explain the story. It's basically him dealing with the fact that there are a lot bigger things out there in the universe than him, and he's trying to cope with, how am I gonna battle it? Am I gonna be strong enough for it? Will I be able to protect the ones I love? I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of pressure. He got $1 billion. $1 billion. You don't got $1 billion, you got $1 billion. You got $1 billion, he could retire, but he wants to be Iron Man, but then he gets himself in trouble because the Mandarin wants Tony Stark, because Tony Stark is up there talking smack, and it's like, oh, nobody talks about the Mandarin like that. Let me blow up your house. This movie is packed full of action. It's a whole lot of fun, but absolutely the biggest thing of this movie is the climax, the big twist. I'm not going to give it away, but there's a big twist and a big boss battle where all the suits come out to play, and it is awesome. I wish there was more of it, but you know what? I think it's just the right amount of Iron Man suits fighting bad guys, and it's awesome. I love it. Ending with a fireworks scene. It is definitely worth a watch this Christmas Eve. And yes, it is a Christmas movie. If Die Hard can be a Christmas movie because it snows, Iron Man 3 is definitely a Christmas movie. And it's number 2 on my countdown, only followed by number 1. But before we get into number 1, it's time for that Hidden Mickey of the Week. Today's Hidden Mickey comes from one of the original residents of Disneyland, the Haunted Mansion. About this time of year, Jack and his crew have taken over, but on the dining room table, one thing rarely changes, and that's our Hidden Mickey dinner placement. Yeah, looks like table set for you, Mickey.
Number 1.
Mickey's Christmas Carol. This is an absolute classic. It's not too long, not too short. It's the perfect length to put on just before you go to bed this Christmas Eve. This Christmas Carol introduces Scrooge McDuck to the Disney universe, as well as a couple other familiar faces. Mickey Mouse as his employee, and Minnie Mouse, as well as their kids, which don't really show up anytime in the future. I think they just rented them for the movie. Yeah, I never thought about that. Where's Tiny Tim nowadays? With all jokes aside, mainly because there's not a whole lot of jokes because it's just such a heartwarming tale. It's the classic Christmas story of Scrooge and how he learns to not only be a better person, but a better friend and a better family member. And there's not a whole lot that you need to do with that, and with the classic Disney animation style wrapped around this classic story, it's all you need, especially right before the holidays. And that's why it's my pick for the OhSoDisney's top 3 Christmas movies.
And so the story ends. Fade out, the end. Whew. What a job.
So that is it. Our OhSoDisney Christmas special has come to a conclusion, and it's been a great ride. But hey, if I missed any of your favorite movies in this countdown, that's what the comment section down below is for. So down below, make sure to leave your favorite Christmas movie that you guys like to watch this time of year, especially if it's a Disney flick. Make sure to put it down below, and of course, my favorite comment will be featured on the OhSoDisney fan page or on the next video. So until then, guys, my name's Vic, and from all of us here at Maker Studios and the OhSoDisney team, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.